Hey gang, Cheri here and welcome to my channel, Awesome Sunsets Travel. If you have not yet subscribed, please hit that red subscribe button and click the bell so you won't miss any videos or live streams. So today I have some news from the Transportation Security Administration, TSA for short. So these are some changes that you're going to see at the airport once you start traveling again. So the TSA announced that it has implemented changes to the security screening process to reduce the potential for cross-contamination at the security checkpoint in an effort to help prevent the spread of COVID-19. The TSA has already begun implementation of these changes, with more to be implemented at the airport check-ins nationwide by mid-June. Over the past couple of weeks, the TSA has experienced a steady growth of travelers coming through the airport checkpoints. So here are some things that you can expect next time you go to the airport. So first change is going to be keeping possession of your boarding pass. So instead of handing them your boarding pass to the TSA officer, then you will now place your boarding pass, paper or electronic, on the boarding pass reader. And you'll do that yourself. And then after scanning, then you'll hold it up so the TSA officer can visually inspect your boarding pass. So that's a little different. You're not going to, hand it to them and then they go through it and all of that sort of thing and scan it. You'll do that yourselves. And then you want to separate your food for x-ray screening. So passengers will place their carry-on food items in clear plastic bags and place that bag into a bin, because food items often trigger the alarm during the screening process. So this will speed things along and the TSA officer won't have to go through all of the bags. That happened to me last time, and now I think I know why it was, because I had my snacks in there. So probably why they went through my bag. The next tip is to make sure you pack smart. So make sure you don't have any prohibited items such as liquids, gels, or aerosols in quantities greater than 3.4 ounces in your carry-on luggage. Now, this has been a rule for quite some time. People are pretty well used to that, but just as a reminder, make sure you don't have anything over 3.4 ounces in liquids, gels, or aerosols in your carry-on bag. Now, the exception to that is going to be liquid hand sanitizer. So they are going to allow one container of liquid hand sanitizer up to 12 ounces per passenger in carry-on bags. So I really like that rule. That's awesome. I'm glad that they are allowing that. They know that we're going to be using a lot of hand sanitizer these days. Okay, so practice social distancing. Passengers should allow for social distancing to reduce direct contact between employees and travelers, and whenever possible without compromising security. So you'll be able to notice that, at the security checkpoints, they're going to have increased distance between individuals, and they'll have visual reminders everywhere to make sure that you are social distancing, and along with spacing checkpoints on the floors and staggering the use of lines when they can. So, all kinds of new social distancing that we'll have to get used to. Wear facial protection. So TSA officers at checkpoints are now going to be having facial protection. Travelers are encouraged to wear facial protection to the checkpoint as well. It says passengers may need to adjust it during the screening process, but travelers are encouraged to remove items such as belts and items from their pockets like wallets, keys, and phones, and put them directly in your carry-on bags instead. So this is a little different Instead of putting those items in the bins, you'll put them in your carry-on bags, and so that will reduce a lot of touch points during the screening process. So it says travelers who have not flown since the pandemic started are also likely to notice some other changes. These include reduced security lane usage during the reduction in passenger volume. All TSA officers at checkpoints will be wearing masks and gloves. TSA officers optionally wearing eye protection and clear face shields at some locations. Plastic shielding will be installed at many of the travel document checking podiums and bag drop-off locations, things like that. TSA officers will be practicing social distancing. You'll see lots of routine cleaning and disinfection of frequently touched surfaces in the screen checkpoint area. So many airlines and airports are also providing specific COVID-19 related guidance to travelers. So check your airline prior to your trip to see what they're going to require of you. Okay, so travelers are encouraged to arrive at the airport early, as staffing has been affected at many of the airport operations across the airport environment. And so you'll want to allow plenty of time for your checking of your bags, completing your security screening, and getting to your departure gate. So make sure you give yourselves extra time to go through these extra security measures here, because we're going to have to be spaced out a lot more, and it may take a little bit more time to get through security. So I think that's all I had for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about these new changes. And if you have any questions, let me know. So thank you so much for tuning in. Have a blessed and magical day, and I will see you on the beaches of the world soon. Very soon, I hope. Thanks, guys.